You talked about business strategy and then architecture, and then the COE sits under that. So, and that often means relationships with a lot of departments throughout the company for the COE to manage. What have you seen work really well and work really poorly in terms of the way the COE interfaces with business units?
That's a great question. I think so setting up the COE is the easy part.
Okay.
The maintaining it, setting up a proper governance for it, and a roadmap, and clearly defining the roles and responsibilities is the tricky part. And evolving it so that it's a continuous improvement, because at the end of the day, this particular shared service or CE is working with emerging technologies. It's also working with emerging problems that are being defined. Right, we're not trying to solve accounting problems, that have been around for a long time, where we've had decades, to figure out what the standard operating procedures. Most of the problems that are being brought forward to us are problems that have not been solved before, or not, solved for a long time, and therefore there needs to be a culture and a mindset of learning, so that as the CUE does one project or does one process automations, there's reflection. It can learn how to do this better next time, faster, maybe more cost effectively. So that's an important element of that CUE, because you can set up the structure, but then the structure isn't really, it's very static. It's not learning. It's not really evolving to adapt with the changing business needs, especially, for example, in spaces that are changing rapidly, like let's say retail or media or, or wealth management. Or if something it's regulatory changing quite fast, the COE needs to evolve so that it can align its practices, processes, and frameworks to continue to manage those changes.